When I was a child, my parents paid a lot of attention to my brother's hobby of playing football. So we travel around the country doing like football tournaments, and I'd usually have to go along because I was too young to stay by myself. This one time we were staying in like a caravan in Clacton or something. There was like a river nearby, and I was like, oh my god, it's like a river. I want to put my hand in it or something. Whatever a child thinks, whatever. Anyway, so I kneeled down by the river, like play with the water. There was like a dog swimming in it. I remember it doing that stupid dog paddle they do. I hear something behind me, and the next thing I know, my brother is... He's outside. I can sense him. It's 4:20 in the morning. Who needs sleep? And basically this dog was like doggy paddling around me as I drowned. Do not like dogs. It was hilarious. It was like a tiny dog as well. I didn't learn to ride a bike until I was like 15, 16, and I was taught by an 11-year-old little girl. She didn't speak a word of English, and I spoke very fundamental levels of Greek. She'd like jump onto this pink bike, which she taught me on, by the way. She jumped on it and she rode and she looked really majestic. I like got on the bike, pedaled a little bit, fell on the side. That summer, because we were in Cyprus, I was like covered in scars and bruises and stuff. It was embarrassing. My childhood, what I'm trying to say here is my childhood was embarrassing. I think it must have been like a year after or something. Oh no, a year before. There was this stone little building. It was like a shed, but made out of stone. There was like an olive tree that grew like that next to the stone house thing. And all the kids of the town, which we stayed in, which was like lunch bag or something. What was the town called? Ah, Lacha. Not lunch bag. And oh, I'm a fucking mess. All the kids would like climb onto this tree and then get onto the top of the house, on the shed, and they'd like make like a base. You know how like children make bases? Well, that's actually the military. When you see similarities between children and military. Anyway, all the kids of the town would like make like a tree house, but on top of it. They made like this structure out of wood, and it was pretty cool. So me wanting to fit in with all the cool kids, I'm like, I'm gonna climb that tree, I'm gonna get into that little base, I'm gonna be a cool kid for once. So I get halfway up the tree. I'm sorry, I can't even, I'm fucking laughing. Ugh, so tired. Okay. I climb halfway up the tree. It was an olive tree, by the way, so it stinks like fuck. I get half up the tree and I just can't move. I like look down and I'm like petrified. I'm like filled with horror. I cannot move. I hold onto the tree like I'm not moving. So I think about 4 hours passed until my parents came back to the house in Cyprus. And remember, I'm like a teenager by this point. I'm like 14, 13 maybe. So that was embarrassing. I like telling stories. I may do this again, sometime soon. So yes, if you would like to hear more stories about my embarrassing childhood, feel free to let me know. Yeah. See you later, guys. Bye. Spirit fingers, jazz fingers, one of the two.